All of the English courses at Northern Highlands have the same overarching goals: to teach our students to read critically, to write cogently, and to speak clearly. In English 9, we'll do so through units that engage the following texts. Every English 9 course has begun the year with a unit of short stories. This year in particular, we felt that it would be beneficial for all of our students to work with similar types of texts. We've also decided to focus this unit on the themes of otherness, of being the other or the outsider, and social justice, which will help us to build inclusivity and allow us to make connections between the stories we read and the real-world experiences of our students, our community, and our nation at large. All of the stories we'll read are written by or about people who face the difficulty of being the outsider. So, for example, Born of Man and Woman is a science fiction horror story which we will discuss as a metaphor for the treatment of people with disabilities. So What Are You Anyway tells the story of a young biracial girl confronted with prejudice, while The Stolen Party, Anecdotes from the House on Mango Street, and Honor Society all include protagonists who face class and economic discrimination in different ways. During this unit, we will focus on developing the active reading skills of making predictions and inferences based upon evidence from the text, of analyzing characterization and theme, and learning how to read for elements of voice, such as diction, detail, and imagery, including symbolism. We'll introduce and build upon these skills throughout the unit and the year, and then I usually like to end the unit with a viewing and analysis of Edward Scissorhands, during which we apply everything we have practiced throughout the unit. We'll also be using a platform called StoryboardThat.com for characterization exercises, theme exercises, and vocabulary building. There will be a number of minor assessments throughout the unit, and our final major assessment will be the creation of an ebook with creative and analytical writing pieces that focus upon the themes of the unit. In our next unit, we will read and discuss Of Mice and Men by John Steinbeck. This text works well to further practice and develop the skills students learned in Unit 1. During this unit, we'll also focus on essay writing, including how to write a thesis and supporting arguments, how to find, quote, paraphrase, and cite evidence from a text, and how to analyze that evidence. As this year is a bit different from prior years, and since we are not certain of the type of instruction we'll have by January, I'm not certain which text we will be using. Usually, though, I might do Speak, a novel about a girl who is accosted at a high school party and suffers PTSD, and then overcomes it. Night, a book about the narrator's time in the concentration camps during the Holocaust. Or A Raisin in the Sun, a play about a black family trying to move into the suburbs while dealing simultaneously with a number of family issues. All English 9 classes typically read and view Shakespeare's Romeo and Juliet, and I so hope that we'll have that opportunity to do so again this year. If we move to Phase 2 or Phase 3 of our COVID plan, this shouldn't be a problem. If we remain in Phase 1, the English 9 teachers will have to make some decisions about how we wish to move forward. However, we will always do everything in our power to ensure that our students receive an excellent education. All students are expected to check Canvas on a daily basis and to make sure they know which assignments are upcoming. I would like to take you on a quick tour of my page. This is the student view that you're seeing right here, and you can see my Bitmoji classroom. I had a lot of fun making this over the summer, even though it's probably a little silly for English 9. Still, it does have a lot of important links, like a Padlet FAQ with frequently asked questions that my students ask throughout the year. Links to tech tutorials for questions they might have about how to access Zoom or how to connect to office hours. A link to the tech email so that they can report tech issues. They can click on my Bitmoji to email me directly. And there are also links to the short stories that we're going to do, to the syllabus, and even there's a little link here to a video I made for them welcoming them over the summer. They get into Zoom. They already know how to do this by the Zoom link. And they can link to my office hours, which take place Tuesdays, Wednesdays, Thursdays, and Fridays from 2 to 3:15 if they have any questions or if they need any help. Sometimes I make announcements reminding them of due dates, particularly of major assessments, but sometimes also of minor assessments or things that they need to remember to bring with them. This also goes to their email, their Highlands email. So if they put the Highlands email on their phone, it'll come right up on their phone to remind them, but they can also just click on the announcements page. Any assignments that I give them will go to the assignments page, and they can see what's upcoming, past assignments, overdue assignments, though they've already done this, so they're fine. It also gets put in their calendar. So any assignment that I give them will appear for them in their calendar on the date that it is due. Take you back. We don't have many discussions. This is particularly for online discussions. We haven't had any yet, but those will go there. The most important link for everyone is the modules page, because the modules page gives you links to everything we do. And what that means is, down the bottom, I have a module for academic integrity resources. This week is Academic Integrity Week, and we've gone over plagiarism, what it is, how students can avoid it, and these are all resources that students can access. They can also access the FAQs page on Padlet, and the course syllabus, which I will get back to in a moment because that has the grading policy on it. They can also access our daily syllabus, what we're doing in class. So every single day that we have in class, I will be making for them a little mini syllabus. So far, I'm using HyperDocs. And the reason you see 2 dates on there is because I teach period 2 on a day separate from period 6 and 7. But everything that we do is on here. I put little notes to myself because I am getting older. I don't know if you can see the gray hair there. And I forget. But also links to everything. So the presentations for academic integrity on the day that we did that. A link to the unit overview and class notes. So if students are absent, they can access the class notes. And again, anything else that we do. We'll also be, we're learning a little bit about different ways to take notes. So sketch notes, and they can click on the link and get to the page that informs them of sketch notes. And you, of course, I believe, can access all of this as well. Also on the modules page are all the handouts that I give students. At the moment, they're all links. They're not really uploaded documents, but there may be uploaded documents as well. Once we get to the actual stories and we get to novels, if I have PDFs of the novels, they'll go up here. So I do have a PDF of Mice and Men, so that'll be linked here. Students will still get a hard copy of the book, but, just in case they forget to bring it home or they can't find it, they can still read online, and all the short stories will be up here too. Okay, back to my presentation here. Sorry, let me just get myself to what I want to tell you. Oh, I want to take you back, actually, to my courses. I wanted to take you to my course syllabus and show you the grading policy. So on the course syllabus is the grading policy. There are 2 types of assessments, minor and major. The minor assessments are things like quizzes, homeworks, and class participation. They all get averaged together, and they create 30% of the grade. So every one of them gets added up, averaged, multiplied by 0.3, and that number is 30% of the semester grade for students. 70% of the semester grade will be major assessments, of which they will get fewer. Those are long-term writing assignments, including essays, tests, although in the virtual environment, we probably won't have too many tests. I don't give too many tests to begin with, so we'll have to see. It's a little difficult in a virtual environment to give a test. Projects, creative projects like the ebook that they'll be creating for the end of the short stories unit, or creative writing, things like that. And if we have any kinds of major discussions, Socratic seminars, participation in that. And again, those all get averaged together, and that makes up 70% of their overall grade. So, let me take you to my last slide here, and thank you again for joining me tonight. My contact information is here, and I will be uploading this presentation to the modules page. I will make a back-to-school module so you can access it at any time. So you too, if you were not able to join tonight, can see it at any time, or if you want to reference it again. You can contact me at walshd@northernhighlands.org, or you can call me at 201-327-8700, extension 702. So thank you again for joining me. Please feel free to contact me at any time. And I just want you to know I am really looking forward to a wonderful, if different, year. Stay safe, stay well, and have a good night.